Hey, I'm Peter, and welcome to Books for Thoughts, where we break down life-changing books into powerful 10-minute insights to help you think sharper, live better, and grow one idea at a time. Today, we're diving into a book that's not just smart, it's clarifying. It's called The Art of Thinking Clearly by Rolf Dobelli. If you've ever made a dumb decision and asked yourself, what was I thinking? This one's for you. Let's unpack the mental mistakes you didn't even know you were making. Dobelli's message is simple but sobering. We are not rational beings. We are pattern-seeking, shortcut-loving, emotionally biased creatures, trying to survive in a world we barely understand. And we often mess it up. Not because we're stupid, but because we're human. Our brains are wired for speed, not accuracy. So this book gives us a toolkit. It shows us the invisible traps, called cognitive biases, that influence how we think, decide, and act. If we can learn to spot them, we can start thinking more clearly and living more intentionally. The most dangerous bias is one we all fall for, confirmation bias. This is when we seek out, trust, and remember information that supports what we already believe and reject everything else. It's why arguments on social media never go anywhere. It's why conspiracy theories are so sticky. It's why we often stay wrong longer than we should. Dobelli's advice? Treat your beliefs like hypotheses, not identities. Don't just ask, how am I right? Ask, how could I be wrong? Truth isn't found in comfort. It's found in curiosity. Imagine you've been watching a terrible movie for an hour. You hate it, but you stay because you already paid for the ticket. That's the sunk cost fallacy. It's the tendency to stick with bad decisions just because we've already invested time, energy, or money. This fallacy shows up everywhere: staying in a job you hate, holding on to a bad relationship, continuing a failing project just because you started it. Clear thinking says, ignore the past, focus on the future, ask, would I choose this again? If the answer is no, walk away. A person in a lab coat says it, so it must be true. That's authority bias in action. We trust titles, uniforms, and confidence more than evidence. But experts are human too. They guess. They make mistakes. Sometimes they lie. Dobelli's point isn't to reject expertise, but to stay alert. Question credentials. Follow logic, not labels. Authority is a clue, not a conclusion. Let's say you walk past two restaurants. One is packed, one is empty. Where do you eat? Most of us choose the crowd. That's social proof. Our tendency to assume that if lots of people do it, it must be good. But the herd gets it wrong a lot. Trendy doesn't mean true. Popular doesn't mean wise. Dobelli warns us not to let the crowd think for us. Think slow. Ask hard questions. Make your own map. In meetings and teams, another bias creeps in. Groupthink. Everyone nods. Everyone agrees. No one challenges the plan, even when it's flawed. Why? Because humans fear rejection more than being wrong. But groupthink leads to disaster, missed warnings, bad strategies, toxic silence. Clear thinkers make space for dissent. They ask for criticism. They reward truth and not just loyalty. We feel the pain of loss more intensely than the joy of gain. That's loss aversion. It makes us overly cautious. We avoid risks even when the odds are in our favor. We'd rather not lose $50 than win $100. And this mindset can hold us back from investing, from speaking up, from changing paths. Dobelli says, don't let fear of loss keep you from potential gain. Sometimes the cost of playing it safe is never really playing at all. We love to believe we're in charge, that our outcomes are based on skill, that we can plan, predict, and dominate the future. That's the illusion of control. But so much of life is luck, timing, randomness, and complexity. The market doesn't care about your plans. Other people's choices impact your fate. Chaos happens. So what do? We plan smart, but hold results loosely. We focus on process, not just outcomes. Clear thinking means embracing uncertainty, not trying to erase it. You hear about the successful entrepreneur who dropped out of school and made billions. So you think, I should do that too. But you're only seeing the winners, and that's survivorship bias. Focusing on the successes while ignoring the failures that didn't make headlines. We celebrate unicorns, but forget the 10,000 startups that died quietly. Dobelli's advice? Study failure as closely as success. Look at the full picture. And remember, luck is invisible. When something goes wrong, we want to do something, anything. That's action bias. The impulse to act even when waiting would be wiser. Doctors prescribe antibiotics for viruses. Investors panic sell. Leaders overcorrect. But sometimes inaction is the smarter move. Sometimes reflection beats reaction. Clear thinkers don't just react. They pause and they assess and they act intentionally, not impulsively. So what does the art of thinking clearly really teach us? That your brain is a brilliant machine, but it comes with flaws. And the cost of those flaws? Missed opportunities, poor decisions, needless stress. But the fix isn't perfection. It's awareness. When you know your blind spots, you can build systems to see around them. And that's what clarity is. If this helped you see yourself a little more clearly, consider picking up a copy of The Art of Thinking Clearly and supporting the author, because this book is like a user manual for your own mind. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more 10-minute insights that challenge how we think, feel, and live. Until next time, stay curious, stay skeptical, and keep thinking clearly.